And your name and professional affiliation?
I'm Dr. Oliver Fein, President of Physicians for a National Health Program and Professor of Clinical Medicine and Public Health at the Weill College of Cornell University.
You support a single-payer system for the United States. Why?
Because I think at this point the experiences that my patients have to go through in our crazy multi-payer private health insurance dominated system really is just impossible. And frankly, it makes it not very enjoyable to practice medicine.
If it is true that the majority of doctors, the majority of Americans support single-payer, why isn't it happening?
Well, in part, I think it's not happening because there's an enormous influence on Congress, on our political leaders, through the private health insurance industry and the pharmaceutical industry, both of which wield disproportionate influence because of the amount of money that they're able to pour into the system. So that's one side of it. Clearly, the other side is that I think people don't fully understand what we mean by a single-payer system in the country. That we need to talk in terms, it seems to me, of a Medicare for all system probably, because people are more familiar with that. I've had people come up to me and say, "You mean I have to be single in order to get into your plan?" I say, "Oh, no. We're talking about Medicare for all."
Right.
So there is, I think, a lot of educational work that still has to be done with the public.
I asked Dr. Marcia Angel, former editor of the New England Journal of Medicine, whether she thought single-payer would pass in the United States, and if so, when. She said it's not going to happen because of the political power arrayed against it. Do you agree with that?
In the short term, that may be true, but I think there really is a building sentiment increasingly among people that we need to really do some fundamental change. I'm not sure the public identifies that quite yet with the term single payer, but I think they do recognize that there needs to be fundamental change. There's an audience, people have gone out and spoken to various groups. I've done this. The question has come up, do you want to keep the health insurance you presently have? And, 5 or 10% of the people in the audience say, yes, that's what they want to do. The rest want some real change. They don't want the present private health insurance industry.
Although the opposition to single-payer cites polls showing the opposite, that the majority of Americans want to keep their present health insurance.
Yeah, I think that those studies are really suspect at this point. And, you need to dig much more deeply. How were the questions asked? Were they really inquiring about, a Medicare, again, for all type of system? Or were they being, in fact, given words that might turn people off, like government run, that kind of thing?
Oh, finally, some people believe that the only way this is going to get done is if the doctors become more militant. Is there a sense among your members that this might be happening?
Oh, I think definitely that's the case. I mean, the fact that there were doctors in the group of people who were arrested on May 5th at the Senate Finance Committee hearings, 3 doctors that were there, is a sign, frankly, that doctors are willing to go the extra step now. And I think that's not something that's been true in the past.
Thank you, Dr. Fein.